you.
Good to see you.
Yeah. Welcome to the Hidden Canyon.
Nice place.
Yeah. It's down deep in here. It's a miracle house because it survived the Woolsey fire, and so all my neighbors lost their houses except for one other guy who was lucky enough he stayed and he saved it. But I was actually in Munich and had to watch the whole thing by the internet, and by some miracle this place is still here. So it's a really special place in my heart, and very happy to be back here. And actually with COVID and the home working, I've had the opportunity to be here pretty much all the time for the past 2 years, and working with my team on everything was mainly home working, and also together with Lara and the guys at BMW Motorsport. It was all a remote activity, really, because of the situation with Corona. There's a lifeblood to have the team together and have that chemistry, and so yeah, we're taking steps back now, and that's really good. Yeah, cool. I'll show you around.
Thank you.
All right. So come on in. And my favorite thing about this house is actually its relationship to the outside. And you can see it's mainly glass. And I think that's really cool here in California, to be able to soak in a little bit of the sunshine. Hey Maurizio.
Hello everybody. You guys have the embedded guys there filming you, Anna?
We do. I was just gonna take that opportunity to introduce them. I'll switch my camera around a little bit. There they are.
Ciao, Justin. Ciao, Renee.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Our best messengers telling the story.
Mike, I'm going to see your Goodwood car next week.
Oh, you are? You're gonna see it before me, huh?
Yeah. Are you jealous?
A little bit.
We start with the tail lights, maybe?
Because actually I have 2 or 3 questions regarding our setup with the Ls, if we really have to have this, because we have some issues. On the right picture, the first L is the target. So these junctions here, they are not perfect at the moment, but we're going to optimize them. You see the picture or the video?
Yeah, it actually looks better on the video than in the picture.
It's really cool though.
It's pretty bright, yes?
Yeah, it's really cool, yeah.
Yeah, it
And
is.
they've done, and there you see the difference in brightness.
Yeah, the upper L looks super cool, except for the very tip up at the top. But yeah, Hussein, you have a preference between those options?
Yeah, I think the different intensities would be my preferred option, but I also think that we need to at least have some kind of a separation between the two.
Okay.
Thanks everyone for taking the time today, and speak to all of you soon.
Yeah. Perfect. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Take care.
You're welcome.
Ciao, ciao.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. The first real instance of GTP racing in the U.S. With prototypes was in 1981, and that's really what changed the landscape of sports car racing in the U.S. They look like spaceships by comparison to these kind of production-based cars that were there so far, and yeah, I think that's why it probably affected me so much. But as a 9-year-old, seeing those cars that really did look like these out of this world objects, it compelled me to want to be involved with motorsport for the rest of my life. And so not only did those cars change the course of sports car racing in the US, they also changed me. And so that's why for me GTP racing and the opportunity to contribute to BMW's latest effort is really a dream come true. Yeah.
Quando sei qui con me.
Also im Moment wird angeblich Monocoque Nummer 3, LMDH Monocoque Nummer 3 eingelegt. Ich weiß nicht, ob wir das sehen können. Wahrscheinlich ist das ja in irgendeinem Reinraum. Vielleicht können wir irgendwie durch die Scheibe schauen. Also mit dem ersten haben sie, soweit ich jetzt weiß, die Crash-Tests und Drücktests gemacht. Dann ist Nummer 2 ist quasi unser erstes Testauto. Nummer 3 wollen sie jetzt gerade bauen. Aber das Auto, bis das mal da ist, das ist nicht mehr lang. Und noch früher sehen wir ja dann das Goodwood-Modell. Dann siehst du das erste Mal in Lebensgröße. Die aerodynamischen Details haben wir da ein bisschen weggelassen, aber das sieht schon, also es sieht echt aus, ja. Jetzt sind wir hier.
Du darfst ja auf der Charging
Genau,
Station.
ich hole mir jetzt ein bisschen italienischen Strom.
Good to see you. Good? Good to see you. Grazie.
This is the LMDA chassis. The guys are doing the honeycomb fitting. So the chassis has been cured first outer skin, and then every single piece of honeycomb has to be hand fitted to match with the surfaces. This is the left-hand side of the chassis. You see it's split in vertical, so it's the left-hand side of the chassis.
Galli
Das hast du gezeichnet.
hat gezeichnet, genau.
Und dann? Wo ging die Zeichnung hin?
Und die Zeichnung ging dann zu unseren Aerodynamik-Kollegen. Ja. Die haben sich dann die Flächen angeschaut und haben daraus dann Aerodynamikflächen abgeleitet, digitalisiert, dargestellt, berechnet, im Windkanal getestet. Sobald diese Außenhülle steht, bekommen wir, wie gesagt, diese Teile erst und dann definieren wir auch noch Details, wie jetzt, wo sitzt welches Splitline, wo macht es Sinn, Zugänglichkeit für die Mechaniker. Wir als Ingenieure haben jetzt nicht unbedingt das ästhetische Empfinden. Also wir haben ein Empfinden dafür, was ist ein gutes Bauteil, wie kriegt man ein Bauteil möglichst leicht, wie kriegt man ein Bauteil möglichst robust. Also Rallye macht schön, wir machen es schnell.
So it's 114 turns from the house to the main road. So this road is like my cup of coffee in the morning. My own private Nürburgring.
Scheiße. Ja, die halten uns auf. Schalt die Kamera aus. Ja, warte. Schalt die Kamera aus, Alter.
What happened back there?
Police stopped us.
Did you get stopped?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because we were driving too slow.
That's what I figured. I was watching and I saw him behind you and I was like,
Because he said like it's 55 speed limit and we were driving 35.
Yeah, it was suspicious. I was watching and I was like, oh man.
It's huge.
Yeah, my favorite memory of that building is before this one was here. There was the parking lot came past here, and one day I was doing laps around the building with my race car. You know, probably going a little too fast, and came around and I saw Chuck standing right at that corner. So I sort of slowed down, but I couldn't slow down that much, and I came past him, and as soon as I was coming up, he just goes, "Go, go, go, go!" And he was like, "Go more!" And he came and he watched a few more laps, and it was like, that was such a perfect Chuck Pelly moment because he was a racer. You know, he designed actually the Scarab when he was 19 years old, which was a really, really cool car. And yeah, he was the guy that hired me here, and I think, yeah, that spirit is something that's still with us today. But I don't know if my boss would let me do laps around the building at the moment, but that was super, super cool. I'll never forget it. So anyway, that's the best thing that happened in this spot. Need the lights for proper drama.
This was your first
project. It wasn't the first project, but it was the first project for BMW Motorsport. So this was around 2001, 2002. And yeah, it's the Formula BMW, and the design brief there was Actually, sort of similar to LMDH in that they asked us to really make sure that the car had a BMW identity. In this case, it was a formula car for young drivers, so like Sebastian Vettel, Nico Rosberg, I think Daniel Ricciardo also went through, Hülkenberg.
Yeah.
It's a formula car, but how do you make it a BMW? And like if you come in here on the nose area, you'll see that we used like a kidney grille arrangement for the wing mounts, and that was something that hadn't been done before on a formula car for sure. But you know, if you look at the LMDH now, it's actually a little bit of the same. So maybe you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So, Cheryl?
Yeah, so hi.
This
nice
is
to meet you guys.
Justin.
Hi, Justin.
Hello, hi.
Hi. So
Spirituals.
right here, what I did is I just printed out where we were at with the top 3 concepts. We have a vertically running logo, which stands out on its own, which is really nice because I think it would emphasize the brandability. It's just such a featured area. As you can see, we haven't focused too much, but the front of the car actually gets a lot of camera space when the photographers are shooting, you know, down low at it. So it's something that we should take a look at. I don't think we've really explored that to the depth that we have with these other ones for the front view.
And I do think that the little glitches help break the sort of bars.
The UPC look.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's a really good evolution. We've seen the works livery in progress. This one was using really the great cars from BMW's history of IMSA racing and creating this mosaic pattern that really becomes this very kind of difficult to decipher layout, but as the more you study it and the more you know the cars, the more you find them. And we really like that kind of historic storytelling that was involved with this one. And this is actually the design theme that was selected to go forward. And this is what we'll be taping the week after next in Munich. Oh yes. That looks badass.
Yep. That's a spaceship right there.
That's cool.
You hear a lot of people when they say like a black car that looks kind of like badass, they say it looks like a Batmobile. And I used to always take offense because like, what do you mean it looks like a Batmobile? This is a unique design. This looks nothing like a Batmobile. Looking at this now is like, yeah, that's a Batmobile.